Sawasdee hello my dear friend and everyone, welcome to my channel. This is Fraser Castle. I'm in Aberdeen. Thank you very much for watching. There's a castle there, Pราสาท Fraser. And what is like around here? The farm here. All the cows are sleeping because rain coming. Yeah. วัวเขานอนหมดสงสัยฝนจะตกดูแล้วฝนจะตกเขาก็เลยนอนกันโอเค go run now. Welcome everyone. Thank you very much for watching. Let's go and see the Fraser Castle. Very good to see you, my friend. ขอบคุณมากนะคะที่เข้ามาให้กำลังใจกันขอบคุณทุกท่านค่ะไปดูกันค่ะLook at the castle feature. A little bit of suppose got a little bit of gun hole, a little bit of cannon hole. I think. It's all way around castle look like that. See, cannon hole. So don't shoot me. Go around and have a look. George Keith, what's name there? Was blur. Okay. And then that's sniping castle there. We are enter into Michael kitchen. What's the name after the one of the owner? ครัวไมเคิลชื่อเจ้าของค่ะ Kitchen here.โอ้คล้ายๆว่าบนคกเนาะปิ้งย่างเตาใหญ่ใช่ fireplace where they cook must be It's a plate. Okay. We now going up to Great Hall ขึ้นไปห้องโถงใหญ่ค่ะ I think this main hall of the castle. I love this carpet. Lady Fraser, White Lord Fraser. Oh, quite big. As before. Today we seen it. Fraser family tree. That's huge. Andrew Lord Fraser, 1570 to 1630. It's Andrew Lord Fraser. Khun Nang Fraser. Lovely music, bright room. Grand General Fraser, Lord Seaford, 1756 to 1615. Green hole. We had a guy who can have a look later on if his sister. That's a piano. Oh wow, that's nice warm in here. General Alexander Fraser นายพลค่ะนายพล Alexander sorry the phone a bit blur his source is up there ดาบของเขาภรรยา Lady คุณหญิง Fraser this one Lady Fraser White, the first Lord of Fraser.
Hello.
Hi.
Yeah, I'm in 2 rooms at the moment, so.
Only open 2 rooms.
Well, I'm here and just for lunch, somebody's gone for lunch.
All right, you don't do a tour?
No, we don't do a tour. We used to do a tour. But there are people in most rooms, so you'll get somebody like me to speak to you.
Could you tell me a little bit of history?
Yeah. Certainly, yeah.
It's okay to video.
As long as no flash.
No flash, no, bright enough.
As many photos as you like.
Yeah.
Not a problem.
Could you tell me about the history?
Yeah.
So when the castle was built?
1450.
1450.
Yeah.
By Lord Fraser?
Well, no, I think they were given it by one of the Scottish kings. And I'm not sure which family had it before that. I think it might have been the Earl of Mar, possibly.
Earl of Mar?
Yeah.
It's not Robert the Bruce, no?
No, I don't think so. Although he did have lands not far from here. Yeah, near towards Aberdeen and around Aberdeen, he had a lot of.
Yeah. And so later on, they were passing through the relative, like the different generation.
Mm-hmm. Yes, basically, the Frasers came from France. In near about 1100 roughly.
Yeah.
Around about the same time as William of Normandy, who became the English king.
William the First.
Hastings, 1066.
1066, yeah.
So a lot of Normans came over,
Yes.
what we call Normans. They were all related to each other.
Right.
The Frasers, there was about 4 families all came to Scotland then.
Right.
I don't know why Scotland particularly. But
they came down from England.
No, they came up from the
France.
south of England up to Scotland.
Well, they had to come from France, then England, then here.
That's right.
Yeah.
And variously, they came to the borders, so sort of Selkirk, Peebles, that sort of
Right.
area.
Akalai no
It's you can still, I mean, there's still a lot of castles and things in Scotland.
Yeah.
What happened was the king, one of the kings in Scotland, wanted to reduce the power of one of the earls around here,
yeah
who was getting too big.
too powerful
So he was going to challenge him or whatever. And
which
so
king sir
It was King, I think it was King James
the first no
it was either the first or second.
yeah could be a second isn't it
Back in sort of about the 1400, something like that.
1400
So I
would
can't
be
remember
the
exactly.
first because King James is son of Queen Mary Scott
Yeah,
isn't
that's
it
right, yeah.
so Mary's godfather also called James as well
Yeah. There's a lot of James. There's James the first, second, third,
Yeah,
fourth, fifth,
so be the
sixth,
second.
and then there would have been two after, except the rebellions fell
of
short.
there is an independent war
Jacobites. rebellion.
Jacobite rebellion yeah
There's a bit of history here. but
yeah I was reading in history I just so much too much to take in and to remember
I know.
how they come about
Here's look. Are you used to reading family history?
I that's family tree I have a look later on
See here?
yeah we take photograph but I got a guidebook so I could have a look
that's right.
so
This is
Andrew Fraser
Yeah.
second lord first lord
well. This is the first lord here. That's him there. He was the one who was conferred it by Charles I in 1630.
Charles the First.
Something.
That's first lord
Yeah. Doesn't say when it was conferred.
no
No, but it was 1630 something. And then you have, it went down to 4 of them, and then this one here, where is he?
fourth lord
Fourth Lord.
yeah
He died. He was being pursued. See, 1716. That's after the 1715 rebellion.
they
And
Jacobite
he was on the wrong side, so the redcoats, the English army, were pursuing him.
to here
No, from here north, and all the way as far as the sea, and then he fell off a cliff and died.
oh no yeah
And he hadn't had any children yet. So
God
that was the end of Lord Fraser, because the lordship only stays with the people, unbroken chain of.
yes it had no air to pass
No,
through
that's right.
so what happened to the castle at the end
Well, the castle stayed with the owner. I mean, basically the family reorganized, and a sister branch took over, and they took the name, and so that was all okay. That was all perfectly legal. But the lordship, the legal lordship, stops
stop
with the death.
end
of that.
there was the end of his lie end of the lie so the
So
last
all the owners of the castle after that were just the Laird of Castle Fraser. They weren't Lord Fraser anymore.
no they weren't Lord Fraser anymore so they go up to about first lord second lord fourth lord
Fourth, yeah.
that was
1716.
1716 that was the end of the lie
It started in about 1450 here. 1570 was when they started to expand the castle from this part here out to these 2 towers and then these 2 wings.
yeah
And that's finished in about 1630.
what we see today which side we see here
You see the whole thing, this whole thing. Yeah.
yeah I went in there have a look but
Yeah,
they are
that's right.
they just
You're looking up at the
this is it's a coat of arms
yes, that's the coat of arms up there. Yeah.
it's the same
And
isn't it?
these parts here, I mean, these little
Terrace.
towers, that's a signature of John Bell, the architect. He went all the way around the northeast of Scotland in about,
built a castle.
About 1600.
Yeah.
And they were all expanding. And he put these little turrets on all of them.
Little toilet in there's a room in here isn't it you see
Yeah,
the window
that's right,
there
yeah.
there's a room little
You'll see
window
them when you
yeah
go up.
yeah thank
There's
you
quite a lot of them still. Most of them
Look
were,
comfortable, you
at
know.
the time, most of them were toilets.
toilet
Yeah. But now they're used for all sorts.
yeah
But they're just decorative.
Yeah. How many room you open today? How many room in here you open?
The whole castle is open apart from the east wing. I'll show you it in a second.
Okay.
The east wing is closed off for
Repair?
guests. People can, have a holiday
Stay
apartment.
here?
Yeah.
Oh, I didn't know that.
Yeah.
How much a night?
I have no idea.
I would like to come
But
and
if
stay.
you ask at the shop, or they'll ask the management. But I have no idea. There's various. There's another couple of apartments up in the stable block, which is over that way.
Oh, okay. You can stay there as well.
Yeah.
With block down there. I I would like to stay in the old castle one day for my birthday.
Yeah.
I'm
Well, we've
singing.
had not all of there's three, I think, in the east wing, but the end one has been occupied every week for the last 4 or 5 weeks
Oh,
by different families.
different family. That'd be quite nice, isn't it? Are they pay money to the?
It's just the National Trust own the whole castle, so they do.
They rent it out.
Yeah, they rent it out.
I wouldn't mind.
It's probably quite a good money spinner for them, I would think.
£500 a week, maybe.
I don't know. I've no idea what it is. They do weddings here as well.
Yeah, that'd be nice. Okay, what we go? What
I'll show
next?
you the dining room there. That's it, sir. You found it. Okay. Bye-bye.
This furniture are original, aren't they?
These chairs come from Inverality Castle, which is another Fraser family castle up near Fraserburgh, which is about 40 miles north of here.
I like how the crown, how they decorated with the crown,
Yeah. And that was a present from them to the Frasers here, and they always used it in the Great Hall.
And they are original as well.
That's actually from Udny Castle. That was the Udny family.
Orkney.
Udny, U-D-N-Y. Udny.
Oh.
It's a strange name. But it's a family name.
What is it? Is it
Well, it's a strong box. These are rocks.
Yeah, just
So
one
they come into here to look at.
strong rock. Look at the metal.
14 of them. Yeah.
Wow. I like little photograph like that. That's a coat of arms, isn't it?
Yeah, it is.
And that's big coat of arms.
That's the Forbes. So that's not Fraser. That's Forbes. Because they married into the Fraser family a few
Yeah,
times.
Mackenzie.
Well, Mackenzie's did as well, but Forbes is a different family.
Oh, Forbes.
Forbes is F-O or B-E-S.
B-E-S. I heard about them.
And they're from sort of Afford to the west of here. They're a very big clan around here. Yeah.
Powerful clan in the old day.
And there's still a Lord Forbes who lives
Lord
in
Forbes. They own a few castles
There's
there.
about 4 or 5 castles. Yeah.
Oh. So what is a powerful clan in Scotland?
Well, Gordon is one of the big ones.
And
Stuart.
Stuart.
Yeah, they became kings.
That's Mary, Queen Mary. Sorry, Mary is God.
Mary was a Stuart. Yeah.
Mary is Stuart as well. Yeah.
Right.
Okay.
Yeah. And there's still quite a few clans. I mean, I was at the Aboyne Games a couple of Saturdays ago.
Yeah.
And they had a tented area that was all the different clans. You could go in and,
Really interesting.
say, oh, by the way, I'm a such and such.
Oh, really? I would love to see that, You
And
lucky,
they had some very, very striking looking, people with long sticks and
Hat.
kilts and all this
Do
stuff.
they wear kilt as well?
Yeah, oh yeah.
Oh.
This family would have had, there is a Fraser tartan, but they weren't really into tartan much. They weren't very,
So the tartan have their own different stripe.
they weren't very decorative, They did a lot of good work, but they kept themselves to themselves. There wasn't a lot of show.
Oh, okay.
If you know what I mean.
Yeah,
The thing was
not extravagant.
They stayed after the Reformation, from Catholic to Protestant. They stayed Catholic.
Are they Catholic?
Yeah, and they had to keep quiet about that.
Oh, in the old day.
So
Otherwise,
I
you get
think
attacked.
That's why they didn't
Show
off much.
Yeah, didn't show off much. That's the reason. Oh, okay.
If you want to look, there's a book here. There's 2 books. This is the book she's right on. This one here, they're all Frasers. And we have them coming in every day from all over the world.
Really?
They don't have to be very Fraser. They can
No.
be just very slightly Fraser, but they're right. And you can have a look and see what.
Okay. Anyone Fraser? Because Fraser. A lot of
A
Fraser.
lot of them are grandmother, grandfather. things
Fraser.
Like that.
That's Fraser. It's come from all the world.
Some of the names are
Family
not Fraser,
name.
but they're related to Frasers. So.
They're related to Fraser. That's quite a big family, isn't it? Interesting. Fraser books. And this one, what is that one?
Well, that's just a general one. If you want to leave a comment or something
Oh,
like that,
right,
or
right.
just say you've been here.
Okay, I've got another place to go to, so I'm kind to
No,
go
no,
in.
that's okay.
Could show me next room?
Yeah,
You
I'll
got
show you.
time? You got time? You have
Okay,
time?
yes, there's nobody behind you. At the
Okay,
moment. Yeah.
okay. You search, sir.
Yeah, okay. So we're coming out of the main hall, which is the main part of the old castle. And this is the dining room, which from here out that way, is the east wing. It goes out the right-hand side of the courtyard.
So this dining room, how many feet? How many seating?
Oh, 24.
24
When
seating.
it's fully, I mean, we have some more leaves, and it comes out to about here, and you get 24. And you have 24 seats.
So it's a big family?
Well, it's mainly it was for entertaining
Oh.
members of Parliament.
Oh.
Charles had become a member of Parliament. The
King
Laird.
Charles the First?
No, our Charles.
Oh, our Charles.
This is Charles Mackenzie Fraser.
Charles Mackenzie Fraser. This is,
He was one of the most famous Frasers.
I see. Look
He
nice.
lost his leg at Burgos in Spain in 1812. He was wounded. And he had to take his leg off.
Oh no.
And he had one of the first ever prosthetic limbs.
First in the world.
Yeah.
And this is
That's his wife.
His wife.
Jane. She's from the Borders,
His wife, yeah.
from Peebles.
People. And there's a
And that's his sister.
sister.
But him and his wife, you know, they got married after he came back from the war.
From the
He'd
war.
already lost his leg. They had 14 children.
14.
14, yeah. But in those days, most of them died, so you had to have lots.
They had a lot to put him to survive.
Yeah.
I suppose medical is not really high tech like nowadays, isn't it? So they could have like chicken pox or could die with.
A lot of it was typhoid, typhus.
But now you can get
tetanus.
antibiotics and survive.
Well, I mean, Charles, they took his leg off without any anaesthetic.
Oh God,
And no antibiotic.
That
would have
must
killed
be
most,
so-
That would have killed most people.
It would kill most people. Yeah, it would.
He was a big chap. He was 6'4".
And to cut his leg off without anesthetic, without anything.
Yeah.
Because they don't have it in the old days, isn't it?
No, it was in a hospital. It was in Salamanca hospital in Spain.
Salamanca. And gentleman there's his relative as well.
Sorry?
The gentleman over there in the
Oh,
portrait.
he's, neither of those two are very well known, but they're just friends of the family. But that chap there is the Duke of Wellington.
Oh, the Duke of Wellington, I heard about him.
Yeah. He won the Battle of Waterloo against Napoleon.
The Battle of Waterloo.
Yeah,
That's
1815.
1815, yes.
Yeah.
Yes. I loved a little decorative mirror like this. Look at this. Don't you? It's a candle. It's to put a candle
it's a
in
candle
here.
holder, yeah.
Oh, you also
But
candle.
the candles in front
Got
of
a
the
hole.
mirror would have given more light.
More light because the mirror would shine.
That's right.
Beautiful how they make them,
That's right.
isn't it?
This mirror here is a copy.
A copy, yeah, of course, a copy. They're not going to
But
put the
that
deals
mirror
in.
over there, on that wall to the left again, above the clock there.
Yeah,
That one there is about 1700,
1700.
including the glass as well.
Just bad girl. So 300 years, about 300 years.
Yeah.
That's amazing.
It's also annoying me because it's not on straight.
No, not on straight. It's scars as well.
Yeah.
Not on straight. Okay. So what room we go next?
I'll show you. So that was Charles's first big project when he became the Laird here. You know.
Yeah.
When his predecessor died. and his next one after that was to make a library upstairs.
So he extended.
There was no library here before, so he took 2 bedrooms, put them together, and made a library. You'll see it soon.
Okay.
On
Okay.
your way around.
Okay.
That was his next project.
Big project.
He also used it as a family room because he had 14 children.
Of course.
The most that were ever alive at the same time was 8. But even 8 plus 2 is still quite a lot of people.
Quite
in the same
10.
room.
Yes, 10 people.
Yeah.
Oh, you had a lot of children for them to survive.
So this is us going into the first floor of the round tower. So if you visualise the round tower, I know it's square in here, but they just put in false walls to make it square.
Make it square, right?
They also
I'm
put-
intrigued about this,
Yeah, the low seat.
the low
Well,
seat.
the reason I think is because if you take that seat and that little stool, that little seat there, and you put it in front of the seat and you sit
can
in it
his-
and you lift your feet and rest it on the stool, your feet, your legs are horizontal.
Okay. It's like a
Most men had gout.
rocking chair. What good?
Gout. I don't know if I wouldn't know it in your language, but everybody can get it. It's mainly males who get it. Women don't get it until after the menopause.
All right.
But it's uric acid in the bloodstream, goes into the joints, the big joints like this one,
Aye.
and the big one in the foot. Mainly.
Uh-huh.
Hang on, I better find out if that's real or not.
Okay.
Come with me just a minute.